Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? We're on a quest. We're going to be talking about it. Give me just a moment as I hit live in all the places. You know, it's interesting. I was thinking a little bit yesterday about how awkward it felt when Facebook changed everything where we couldn't stream just automatically in all these places. We have to jump through a few little hoops now to make that happen. But it's like now I can just pop it in and do all the things without even thinking about it. And how often is our life a lot like that, right? We're all of a sudden there's a new thing we have to learn, and it's like, but then when we do it, so there is so much about jumping forward and just moving that is beautiful, right? And that's not really about our affirmation and journal prompt today, but that was just a thought that just popped in my head. So I'm going to go ahead and oh wait, I've got to pull this up on my phone. I was about to forget. Oh, don't want to do that. Where are we? Here we go. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Give me just a second. Can't believe I was about to forget this. What? My phone is doing something weird. Okay, there we go. All right. Beautiful. All right. So let me just go ahead and grab this affirmation and share it with you. And like I said, it has nothing to do with the thing that I was just sharing a moment ago, but it just felt like it was something that was on my mind. I wanted to share it. So here we go. Our affirmation for today is I am on a quest to find joy in the smallest moments. Happiness is my mission, and I choose to create it everywhere I go. Good morning, Erlyn. Good morning. And I was thinking about it this morning. Why is it that we do all this stuff? Why do we get on here? I share the affirmation and journal prompt for you, for me. Why do we do all the things that we do? It's because for some reason, in the mix of it, we feel like that doing that thing or listening to that thing, watching that thing will bring us a little bit of happiness. Because our main goal in life, when you really tap into everything that we're wanting to do, so let's say, for instance, if we're looking at someone who wants to lose weight, and a lot of people, they're wanting to lose weight because they feel like maybe they're too heavy. Maybe they feel like they're a little embarrassed because they have this extra weight. Maybe they think they're going to run into someone that they used to know a long time ago when they were thinner and now they're heavier. There's all these reasons. Even when it comes down to they want to lose weight because the doctor has said you've got to lose weight or this is going to happen, right? There are all these reasons that people have in their mind of why they're wanting to lose weight, release weight, get smaller, get more fit, right? But it all comes down to the very tip of the bottom of the iceberg. It's because they think that all these things that they're talking about, that if they changed and they suddenly were the weight that they and the shape that they wanted to be, that they would be happy, right? And it's the same with someone who wants to suddenly not suddenly, but they have this goal of they want to make $10,000 a month. And a lot of times they come up with these goals because somebody else has these goals. And they think that if what they follow their lead and they make that their goal, that they will be happy like these people appear to be. And so everything that we have as a desire in our lives, everything comes down to some place inside of us. We feel that getting that goal will make us happy, right? So what I'm asking or encouraging you to do today is I'm not wanting you to just forget about your goals, right? Because goals are important. So is moving forward in our goals. So if we can focus on the tip of the iceberg, the very bottom tip, which is the happiness, if we can find happiness now, then the rest of it's going to be inspired action. It's going to be coming from a place of allowing and trusting. And it's not going to feel like drudgery. Because when you're doing something that feels that good, it even if it takes a lot of effort, even if it feels like in a moment it could be hard, just the idea of it starts giving you this space to where it feels like this is perfect, right? So I am on a quest to find joy in the smallest moments. So I would like to ask you to look back in maybe yesterday. Was there one of the tiniest little moments that you can focus on that really brought you a lot of happiness? And I will say, yesterday, one of the tiny little moments that happened for me, if you don't mind me sharing, is that I was sitting on the sofa and I've got a little puppy or dog that I'm taking care of for my son right now. And he is such a cuddle bug, right? So he gets up from where he's sitting and he comes over and I had this blanket over my legs because I was a little chilly. And so he snuzzled a little bit for the blanket and I raised it up and he went and laid on my leg, just snuggled up to me. That was such a small, tiny piece of my day, but it was filled with joy and happiness, right? And so it's recognizing that. And then another thing is, yesterday I was on an errand with my daughter. And as we're driving down the road, we're both talking about our allergies and things like that, because a lot of things are blooming in this area. I'm in Georgia. So even though we're having little dips and pieces of colder weather, it's been pretty warm. And we've got a lot of trees that are already budding, flowers coming out of the ground. It's beautiful, right? So as we were driving and we were talking about our allergies and everything, all of a sudden I saw this gorgeous tree, has these beautiful white blooms on it. And then right past that was this shrubbery that had these beautiful yellow blooms on it. And it took my focus away from the allergies and into the beautiful place, and that felt happy. And so it can happen all over the place. So if happiness is your mission, you choose to create it everywhere you go. So for today, and it's always a good thing to be focused on the joy and the happiness, right? But just play the quest for today, okay? So as you're going about your day today, what are those small moments? Look back at your day yesterday. What can you find that were small moments that it felt so good in that moment? It could have been a phone call from someone. It could have been anything. Find that joy in those little moments. All right, so now I'm going to grab the journal prompt, and I think I'm going to have to take this off. I get so over zealous sometimes in these journal prompts that it doesn't copy and paste very well. Oop, yep, it's still too long, but hey, I'll just share with you what the rest of it is. All right. So your quest for today, find 5 moments of pure happiness, big or small. So as you're going through your day today, now if you're in a time zone that this is your evening, either make this your quest for tomorrow or look back into your day. Find 5 moments of pure happiness, big or small. Maybe it's a song that hypes you up, a kind word from a stranger, or even a perfect cup of coffee, which I have right here, right now. Let me take a sip. And oh, just to share one thing that makes me really happy. It's the silliest thing though. For my birthday last year, my sister gave me as a birthday gift, it is a Pampered Chef milk frother. It's electric, and not only does it froth the milk, it can just heat your milk. And so this morning I was heating my milk because I wanted to keep my coffee warmer. And when I did it, it was like, oh, that just feels so good, right? So that was one of the little things, right? That brought me joy. What did you discover? And how did it shift your energy? So remember, one of the things that we've talked about so many times is what you look for, you find, right? So if you get up and you stub your toe and you think, oh my gosh, my day's going to be like this, it's going to be like that, right? But if you get up and you notice you hear some birds outside, that makes you happy. Maybe you notice you woke up. Great thing to be happy for, right? But those 5 moments, and you're going to see when you're looking for 5, you're going to find a lot more than 5. Because when you focus on the pure happiness, the joy of life, oof, it's going to blow your socks off today. You're going to find little pieces of happiness where you never thought they could be. So I hope you will take this quest today, this quest for pure happiness and joy. Now, who wouldn't want to have that quest, right? Remember, the underneath of everything that we want in our life comes down to, we think that will bring us happiness. No matter how deep you have to go to get to that part, it all comes down to we want to be happy. So when you focus on that, the pure happiness of your day, there you go. You found it. And remember, what you look for, you find. So start the quest. Start looking. All right. So now I'm going to go back to our affirmation. I am on a quest to find joy in the smallest moments. And remember, anything that comes after the words I am, you are claiming to be true, to be you. You've made a declaration. This is who I am. So focus on your quest today. Focus on the joy in even the smallest moments. Even see if you can find the tiniest little ones, the littlest things that made you happy, and expand on those, right? Because if happiness is your mission, that's what you find. So I am on a quest to find joy in the smallest moments. Happiness is my mission, and I choose to create it everywhere I go. Your quest today. Find 5 moments of pure happiness, big or small. From a song, to a kind word, to a perfect cup of coffee. What did you discover? And how did it shift your energy? So with our affirmation, I'm going to jump back there real quick. Where are we on time? Oh, we're doing good. So you're going to take this affirmation, you're going to put it on your sticky notes, the screensaver on your phone, just put it on some index cards, put it on a piece of paper, stick it to your fridge, wherever you need to put it, so that you're reminded today to focus on the joy in your moments, the joy in your day. I am powerful, on a quest to find joy in the smallest moments. Happiness is my mission, and I choose to create it everywhere I go. Share this affirmation with everybody that you think would benefit from it today. And then put them on a quest with you. Say, okay, guys, I've been put on a quest. This is what I'm doing for today. This is the affirmation. Join me. Let me know what kind of joy in your little moments that you find. Bring some people into it. And wouldn't it be a different conversation if today, at the end of the day, you talked to each one of those people, and what you really talked about was the joy in the smallest moments? Oh, just think of how that would feel at the end of your day, having that discussion with several people. Wouldn't that feel glorious? Think about how much better you would sleep, the nicer dreams you would have, the energetic vibration that you would be putting out into the world. It can be life-changing to have those kinds of conversations. So reach out to some of your friends and just say, hey, play this with me today. Let's see what happens. I'm telling you. And in the group, in the Stand Up and Stand Out community, I would challenge each one of you. Do this today. Find those joyful things in the smallest moments. Let happiness be your mission, because you can create happiness more and more and more when you focus and find. It's just a given. It's going to keep showing up. And I'm telling you, it will change your life. And then to the journal prompt. Your quest today. Find 5 moments of pure happiness, big or small. Maybe it's a song that hypes you up, a kind word from a stranger, or the perfect cup of coffee. What did you discover, and how did it shift your energy? So when you journal this one, as always, I recommend that you tap into the silence. You've written this down, you put it in your journal, your notebook, you put the date, the affirmation, the journal prompt. And then you tap in 10, 15 minutes of total silence. And that means not that your mind's not racing and talking to you about everything. It means you're not listening to any outside source. No music or anything like that, right? You just tap in and listen to your breath. And you breathe in, you breathe out for the 10 to 15 minutes. And when all the chatter starts coming around in your mind, which will, because that's what our brain does, as soon as you notice that that chatter is coming around, you stop and say, my breath, and you focus on your breath again. And every time that chatter begins, go back to your breath. And this becomes a game in itself, because it's like, how long have I been thinking these things? Let me stop, right? Because you don't even realize your mind has gone off on this tangent. And then all of a sudden it comes into your focus. Go back to your breath. And the more often you do this, the easier it becomes to stay in that quiet space of focusing on your breath. But it doesn't in the beginning. I mean, it takes some practice. Make that part of your happiness thing, right? But practice, play with it. Enjoy getting into the knowing, into this space within you, this inner guidance, your God voice. And then when your timer goes off and you start writing things down, you're going to notice that there's a lot more than 5. Just brain dump everything that shows up. Celebrate each and every one of them. And what did you discover? And how did it shift your energy? So notice, especially if you take my suggestion on doing this with some friends, really tap into how does it change the trajectory of your conversation later in the day when you get together and you share this, whether it's virtual, on the phone, on Zoom, wherever it is. How does it shift? As a matter of fact, I'm going to be, when I get off here today, I'm going to be reaching out to a few of my friends and saying, hey, let's do this today. And we can either have a conversation virtually tonight, or we can actually be texting back and forth. It doesn't matter as long as it's creating this movement of pure happiness. So I invite you today to do this, because your adventure on your quest starts right now. So go seek joy, happiness, and claim your treasure, because the treasure is here. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So I hope you have a joy-filled, pure happiness day. And you can if you choose it. And I would love to have you share in the comments in the group, share a post about how this is kind of moving you a little bit and what you find. I would love to have you share that. And as a quick reminder, I just want to let you know, next Monday, the 10th, our 2 p.m. Event will be with Rose as a guest expert. And so I'm just realizing, I don't know that I've created the events for March, but I will be doing that today. So you'll get the notifications and sign up to be there, because I'm telling you, she has an amazing story that is going to just blow your socks off. And she is such an amazing, amazing person. I can't wait to share her expertise with you guys. And there's so much that we can find in joy and happiness throughout our day. All right. So let the adventure begin. And I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern.